And what's that like out there? Do you guys deploy or do you guys just do like these do you just get on these long flights and just go for long times? How does that work in that squadron?
We deploy, and normally, kind of the way the P-3 squadrons did it is we would kind of split between sites a little bit. So like my first deployment there, I spent part of the time in Diego Garcia, which was amazing. That place is amazing. We did most of our major maintenance down there. And then the portion of the squadron was up in Bahrain. And I think I spent that deployment, this is almost right at a 6 month deployment, probably a little bit over, but I probably spent about half and half, actually probably about 2 months down in Diego and then 4 months up in Bahrain. And Bahrain was quite the experience. This is back when we were actually operating out of the Bahrain International Airport, but we were flying out of there and doing mainly, I could probably count on one hand how many ASW flights we did. We were doing mainly surveillance within the Gulf, out in the over various countries and stuff like that, and providing products for guys down on deck. And so that for me, this was like the affirmation of everything I'd done up to that point. I was like, here we are, and I'm actually, all that work got qualified. Here we are. I'm with my combat air crew, and we're here doing the thing, man. And it was so awesome and sometimes surreal, bro. I'd just be sitting when I wasn't in the seat because we do about 8 hour flights. So you take two flight engineers, do about 2 hours in the seat, take a break, and then another 2 hours in the seat, just trying to make an alert. But I remember sometimes when I was in the seat, bro, just looking around the airplane, looking out, looking down at the ground, and being like, dude, I can't believe I'm here. This is the
Yeah.
coolest job in the world. And
Yeah.
it was just, yeah. So that deployment was very, very cool. The next deployment, we were split between Japan and Qatar, or Qatar. That's the way I normally say it. I think most normal military guys say Qatar. Anyway, so Qatar, doing the same kinds of missions out of there. I did miss Bahrain at that point. Bahrain was a little nicer, but still doing really meaningful work out there, and really having an impact. And yeah, man. So the I only got to do two deployments there, but I can't complain, man. It was great.
And what was that like 03 to '07 time frame?
Yeah, so I got to BB904, and then I left in 2008.
It was a good there was rocking and rolling. That was a good time to be out there giving them some intel for sure. Yeah,
Yes,
for
there was
sure.
plenty. There was plenty to do. No, yeah, there
we,
was plenty to
we
do.
were definitely getting some in those years for sure.
Yeah,
Oh
yep.
man. So here real quick, how was Diego Garcia compared to Guam when you look at the island perspective, the water, the beaches? Because I've always heard people compare those two islands as being similar.
I would say Diego is, not that there's anything wrong with Guam. I love Guam too, but Diego was unbelievably amazing. I mean, the water was, because it's basically sits on coral, and it's that little horseshoe in the middle of the Indian Ocean. But I remember going down to where like the merchant marine ships would be parked down at the piers, and dude, the water was so clear.